good. Don't flop all fucking day. It's your boy First. Please follow us both on Twitter. Raise the Bar Tour, opening night of the tour, final battle, main event number 1. Bristol, make some noise! Southwest England, don't flop all fucking day, you know the score. First ever night of the Raise the Bar Tour. It's been so fucking good, man. Such a great evening of battles, man. We're going to get into the 4th and final battle of the night. MC on my left-hand side, representing where we're at, Bristol. Don't flop fucking veteran. Make some noise for my boy Stowaway. Let's go!
Motherfucking right. Also representing Bristol, make some noise for Harry Baker.
Yo, okay, we flipped off camera. Stowaway is gonna go first. Both MCs were cool with that. It's the main event of Bristol Raise the Bar, event number 1. Stowaway, let's go.
Yeah, what you saying, Bristol? Can you hear me, yeah? Go! Alright, it goes. Rap Stuart Lee, do it to amuse the peeps and exercise my ruthless streak. Why you do this is confusing me. Why do you choose to speak acting like the missing Windsor kid after hoovering up too much beak? And all of that rhyme with amusing teeth. Calm down. Fuck your bougie writtens. You laugh at cakes and are amused by kittens. Despite you bite, you come with toothless spitting. Since this battle was announced, I've seen your face in my nightmares. But that's because your face is a nightmare, which is funny because right now you're facing a nightmare. I can do what you do plus more, you should be right scared. If you want to talk rhymes, Greg's is better. Flows and styles, Greg's is better. Pretentious spoken word lines, Greg's is better. You ain't even a good baker, Greg's is better. Bakery bars is someone he's got to deal with. No matter how much pastry you bake, my sausage rolls are the realness. On some behind the scenes shit, all I'm saying is that Harry tried to change his name, Rowan said it was whack, but then Baker got buoyed and he changed it back. It wasn't even that bad though, how lame is that? Pretty lame in fact, because you should follow your own vision and stay with that. Guess it doesn't really matter either way, you're whack. So you screwed up. My battle game is just too much. You fucked. It's like I'm on an edge trying to shoot ducks. If I can't do it from a distance, just move up. Let's talk about your fight against Soweto Kinch, where you kept putting the word set in everything. You were like, set, I'll set the set. And when I set the set is set. Set. I'm like a jelly in a fridge because I set. Set. It's like I collected all the football stickers because it's a set. Set. For like 10 minutes. Was that really your third? Nice one. You proved that you're clearly a nerd and you made everybody sick of hearing that word. Looking like the in-betweeners J crossed with some weird looking bird.
Let's go. Round 1, Harry Baker. Harry Baker, hold it down. Hold it down, round 1.
Yo, watch me set this straight. Like 4 different people said that verse with set was great.
Yeah, I believe it.
And you want to talk about bakery? That's something, you G. You can go to a bakery because you're muffin to me.
Pastry bars.
Pastry bars, have you done, bruv?
Yes.
I don't even need to put a hole in you. A donut like a yum yum. Alright, too much. You know what rhymes with stowaway?
That dickhead.
O and K. If you were a colour, start with a yellow ochre haze, throw in beige, go and wait for loads of days, load up Game of Thrones and play, watch 24 seasons old to wait till it began to slowly fade to a kind of moldy cake, dirty piss stained snowy grey. If you were a country, you'd be one people don't invade. I bet you shout in lowercase.
Wow.
If I didn't know your name, I'd say you were Soa Graham. I mean, I'm new here, like one of Gil Scott Aaron's oldest sayings. He's Jill Scott here and living his life like it's golden, Grahams. I mean, you're so Graham, your name is actually Greg. That's more Graham than Graham is. Such a Graham to nominate for the biggest Graham at the Grammys. But I'm a B bigger than Graham's number. Maths bars. It's like you're chasing ashes away again. Oh, you only this Graham displaying gooch down under. But old Greg ain't about to go on a rampage. He's at that check and does the venue have a wheelchair ramp age? Bruv, you're so average. If I punched you in the face, you wouldn't even average. Bruv, you're so average. Only time his mode is mean is when Stow is next to median. Your clothes are extra medium. You're so average. Stow with dodgy material often loses the thread. He really has the crowd and stitches. You'd even so average. Everyone you've ever beaten has been overweight or choked on stage. So forget the first part of this round, and I reckon this should go okay.
Alright, check me out. You rap with those, I've done a bit too much MDMA and sort of lost control of my hands. Because you look more than a bit high. Big smile, eyes are a bit wide, like you really dig life. No more drugs for this guy. Just check the massive shape of Harry Baker. Dude is menacing and threatening like an alligator. And I actually think I saw you once on Gladiators, in the audience. I bet you have a massive proper look at Harry Potter books. You probably love Harry Style and get a One Direction. You're as real as Harry Styles from One Direction. I ain't feeling Harry Style, he's going One Direction. There is no more wordplay for One Direction. Don't get a pretzel because I rap it calm. Peep the battle stance. I'll pull some Krav Maga and snap your arm. See, I can rap like Faris with them Aggie parts, but I'm really more like Paris because I got a lot of classy bars. Yeah. Some of your bars don't make sense though. That's weak rhyming. You said my flow is so cold I could freeze tiling. Tiles are made of liquid, you can't really freeze them. If for some bizarre reason you did freeze a bunch of tiles, there'd be no change in their physical state, you just have some really cold tiles. And what does any of that have to do with rap, kid? What made me mad was cats reacted to that shit. And he's a Christian too, but I ain't an ignorant dude, so I ain't taking out my general view of Christians on you, but some of you people need to look at shit that they do. Meanwhile, I'm on my 2.0 script. Flow sick dope and leave a poet's throat slit. Oh shit, I'm back at some boasting. You know this, flow the best thing since sliced Hovis. You won't win. Yeah. Shit is mad, I got too many styles. Shit, you look mad, you do too many smiles. While looking frightened and confused at the same time. That's because if we drew your family tree, that shit would be a straight line. Check. I step out of the background like some Men in Black with a pen attack toy, so this toy will get level flat. I hate you rappers where my head is at, so go invest in hats or get a cat, just don't ever rap. Your name is Harold. Time. Wow. Let's go.
Let's go, Harry.
No rhymes with.
Yo, baby.
You can't ignore stories of relevant writings less than weak. Your bars are more throwaway than Jefferson Price's best man speech. So forget a 16, I got a 16 syllable multi. You beat me as likely as a cold week in the Maldives. You know what else rhymes with Stowaway? Loads of stuff. It's harder not to rhyme with Stowaway. If Shuffle T battled and the dude would flip and go insane, if Pedro battled and bless him, it would probably explode his brain. Your battle with Soweto Kinch currently has 3 dislikes. I made a couple more accounts, so best believe it's this guy.
I believe it!
Because you either live or have lived in Wales. That's an instant fail. I bet your friends tell you that they'll turn up at your gigs, then bail. I only know 2 Welsh footballers. Still, I'm making bail quicker than a winger that's overpaid. Now I'm making bail quicker than a wicket a bowler takes. Now I'm making bail like I'm flipping a roller. Hey, hang on, I'm making bail like I'm slipping on rollerblades. I mean, coming from Wales, it must be hard if you get out barred, if you go to any field just outside. Let's step in the field here, you still get out barred bar for bar. I'll even going home feeling ill. Zaza bizarre. I get reaction like that shit for this whole round. I'm about to keep it local like the Bristol Pound. And if you ain't from around here, this might sound quite racist, but you're going down quicker than I do on white ladies. Road. Because it's don't flop, raise the bar. My whip, razor sharp. Tears this place apart. Your whip plays a part. It's like I'm speaking to a div. How can you claim to be into it if it ain't intuitive when you get intuitive? See, I got wordplay for days, that's just how I do. I'm operating on the planes at higher altitude. It's like Bobby Brown's weapon was a sham, and I found the proof, the ease at which I could outwit Hugh. Time.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go. 3rd round breakdown.
Yo, everybody. Last 2 rounds of the night. Yo, Stowaway's final round.
Check. It's the 3rd round breakdown. Some say he's got clever bars, but he ain't stylish, raw, or ever hard to rap about dinosaurs and Freddo bars. Obviously. And making fun of yourself with self-doubt in your rhymes is just a cheap ploy to get the crowd on your side. I would know, I've done that shit thousands of times. See, I just did it then, it's meta. When I say fuck your work, it ain't a matter of envy. I just hate spoken word since my battle with Henry. Plus, I've done spoken word, I know how easy those crowds are. All you gotta do is switch from quiet to loud parts, then break it down slow in a meaningful cadence, and half the people there are like, he's so amazing. And that just proves the fact that he's frail. That's why I battle for the challenge you can actually fail. Yeah, you did well in Edinburgh. You did well in Edinburgh. You were plenty bold, but the crowd were all your fans and they were 10 years old. So beat Stow, I doubt that. The judges tonight are all grown-ups that know about rap. Hopefully. Finish my winning streak on a reckon star, not when your punch likes are like the little jokes in my setup bars. If you're as clever as you thought, you'd be really clever, but I guess not, because this is a serious error. What else? Your delivery is gimmicky, bro. You do like 4 bars per round and deliver them slow. Plus the way you change your cadence makes it bait that you can't flow. Half your punches bad bars from Shuffle and Marlowe. Anyone with half a brain can do bad bars though. Like I feel like an angry headmaster, how I'm scolding a minor. Wait, that's not bad enough. I'm gonna do it worse, it's not bad enough. It's like I'm clumsy with a cup of tea while I'm digging for coal, how I'm scolding a miner. The way you rap is just messed up. You start off your bar all nervous and stressed, bro, then pause and it goes up at the end like a question. Harry Baker, I hate your rapping cadence. You are thinner than some wrapping paper. The experimental design tried with your face has been a massive failure. Your style is like the Ridley Scott film. Check me out. Your style is like the Ridley Scott film Gladiator. Because I thought it might be good, but then I checked it and was angry later. You know your shit ain't wavy when your cadence sounds like you're spitting to a little baby. So what I'm saying is stop with your prattling. I make a mockery out of battlers, you make a mockery out of battling. That's 3.
Final round of the night, people. Final round of the night. Last round of the night. Harry Baker, let's go.
Let's go. 3rd round was a right back and break that fast to dig up the reaction to your supposedly bad buzz. Greg Amanova, the self-proclaimed originator of this style and don't flop. Treads that fine line where the bars start and the jokes stop. So to yourself, you've been inspired the likes of most prob. So what? My first battle I did was the main event. On the night it was the only one. But didn't stop me schooling Luke like I was Obi-Wan when battling Kinch. The truth is momentum mattered, the pinch and so he won. But I'm here to brush up my palette in my hometown like it was Pokemon. Came back from Germany to Bristol. Verdammt richtig, das ist toll. Found a scene, got involved and pretty much bilingual. So nackt Runde 1 und 2 ist diese frei. Every round you've ever spat has been dry. And I used a longer word than you did in a battle. This time I slipped in a bigger number 2. So bring those bars on number 2, you're coming out as number 2. The one rebuttal I ever tried made it onto the top list of funny flips. So truthfully this is new to me, but I'm on the ball and I run with it. And you flopped against Henry Bowers. I was bad concerning the number of hours. I beat him in a slam in France, then stayed up till the early hours. Having wine and cheese. What I'm saying is, you want to talk about validation through achievement, I got plenty. I won the World Cup in what I do when I was 20. Imagine you won the World Cup and making dodgy sounding 80s background music. Because I listened to one of your records for 1 or 2 seconds. The thing about 80 synths, they were all right in the 80s, but it hasn't been the 80s since. Your music sounds like the Drive soundtrack. If instead of Ryan Gosling crushing skulls and avenging folk, he took a wrong turn and ended up in Hull and his engine broke. See, it ain't about spraying shells like cracking open an egg, but I hold my own when I go toe to toe with the best. You've lost every battle you've had when you've been thrown to the vets. You should change it to Greg, I'm in over my head. And just to end this, since it's a battle with you, there's something that you know I'll say. If you made 80s trance, you do it the go-away.
Time! Make some noise for the band!
Yeah, I was back here the first night of the Raise the Bar 2014 UK tour. It was main event number 1 in Bristol. Stowaway versus Harry Baker. The judges deliberated. They came to a 5-0 unanimous decision, picking up a win. It's my dude Stowaway. Make some noise!
Alright, you know what it is. Mr. Ian Daniels, stick face, getting Riley on back. Tight battle, they both did really well. I know it sounds corny, but I don't think anyone lost in this battle. They both did really well. Both showed what they can do.